Hello everyone, today in this video we'll fight against the advanced character of our world around us, and today we will just try to analyze some facts. A few videos ago I was talking about the essay entitled Fates of the Empires by Mr. John Bagot Glab, and in this essay Mr. Glab concluded that the average lifespan of the empire in its imperialistic form, because not necessarily always after the collapse of the empire imperialistic nation ceased to exist immediately. The example the author gave is his own nation, I mean England. So we see that England still maybe not in the best shape but still exists somehow. But there is one thing. This lifespan, about 250 years, seems to be solid for any historical period, regardless of the technology and the speed during which information and people can cover the distance and overcome the barriers, geographical barriers. So it means that there is something in it that empires in their imperial form last more or less 250 years. And I don't know from which point one should calculate the time of the current American empire, because not surely from its very beginning, because this state, I mean the independence of 13 colonies and the independence war that started in 1776 AD, so exactly 250 years ago, it doesn't mark the beginning of the American Empire. I think the mark of the American Empire can be the mark event of the American Empire starting event can be, for instance, I think the this is my assumption. This American-Spanish War in 1898, in which U.S. acquired Cuba, Philippines, and a few other minor territories, and started some expansionist politics outside the Americas. So I would calculate this American Empire from this period as I see it, because beginnings of United States are for sure not very imperialistic, and the level of interaction and influence United States had in the beginning on the external world was for many decades, or even for the first century, very marginal, I would say, for the first century of existence of the states. But where I'm getting at to the point that 250 years for the empire lifespan, it's very realistic, and in my opinion now, the United States elite current administration wants to divide the spheres of influence between US and two other existing empires now, so Chinese and Russian, because they would like to avoid the fate of any other empires and collapse sometime soon, trying to keep their empire and not being able to achieve it. This is how I see it. And this play between Russia and China, that now US seems to be willing to have some agreement with Russia, gives us some hints that US political elite doesn't want Russia to be completely dependent on China, and they want to keep three empires in the world, not two, because duopoly, which we had previously between Soviet Union after Second World War and United States, was quite nervous and quite annoying, and no one likes to live with high level of uncertainty, especially uncertainty at such high level as it was now, and also balancing between Russia and China and keeping Russia independent offers always an opportunity to have a potential cards when it comes to the US-China rivalry. This is how I see it. And not so old, because from December 1976, essay by Mr. John Bagot Glapp gives us some suggestions why, or seemingly why, such things now we observe in the geopolitical arrangement of current days. All the best, have a nice day, bye.